Bonjour! Welcome to another episode of Cuisine de Michel. I am Michelle. So today I'm going to be trying out a recipe that I found on the sucrefarine.com called spring shortbread cookies. I've never made it before, like I said. So to start off, we're going to line two sheet pans with parchment paper and set aside. Those are on my back counter there. And then you are to place 2 sticks of very soft butter in a medium-sized mixing bowl, and you stir it with a wooden spoon until it's nice and smooth. You can see I made it nice and smooth, and by very soft that means that you need to leave this out for hours. Like, I cut mine up into little pats so that it would make sure to get maximum softness. So it's been out for hours, and it's very, well, as easy as soft butter can be to stir. Okay, so next we're going to be adding in 1/2 cup of powdered sugar and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then it says we are to stir together by hand for about 30 seconds until fluffy and well blended. So now I have been stirring this for about 30 seconds. It's fairly light and fluffy. We're going to be adding in all-purpose flour. I have 7.44 ounces here, which is 1 3/4 cup. I'm also going to be putting in 1/4 cup of cornstarch. And 1/2 teaspoon of salt. We're going to stir this until the flour is completely incorporated. It says the dough will look a little shaggy. So now I've stirred it, and you can see that the dough looks a little bit shaggy. What we're going to do now is turn this out onto a lightly floured surface. So I'm going to kind of press the dough together. Pull it out of the dough, out of the bowl, not out of the dough. So we're going to put this into a ball like this. It says it wants us to knead this a few times until fairly smooth, and then form it into a ball again. So I think we're just incorporating a little extra flour into this. And it's fairly smooth. It says to form into a ball again. And then we're going to form it into a flat disc with our hands. So now we're going to place it back on this lightly floured surface. And we're going to be rolling the dough out to a 3/8 inch thickness. So now we have rolled this out to approximately 3/8 inch. It's maybe slightly less than 3/8 inch thick. And then we are going to be using some cookie cutters to cut out the shapes. And it says that we can re-roll this as many times as we need in order to use up all of the dough. So you can cut out a shape here. And then once I have a shape cut out, I'm going to be placing that on my prepared cookie sheet. And we're going to repeat that until the dough is used up. So now we have cut out and used up all of the dough. You can see some of these are a little funny because we pressed them into place to make them fit, but the rest of them are nice and neatly cut. We're going to put these in the refrigerator. It says you can refrigerate anywhere from 1 hour to 24 hours. We're just going to go an hour, and then we will bake these and see how they turn out. All right, so now the cookie dough that we cut out earlier has been in the refrigerator for an hour. I set my oven to 375 Fahrenheit, and we're going to bake these cookies. It says from 12 to 14 minutes or until the edges start to become golden. So I'm gonna go for 13 and see how they turn out. We'll see how they turn out. Right, so I baked these I actually ended up wanting a couple extra minutes because I just now see where they're starting to get a little golden brown at the edges. So probably this is more like 16 minutes. I think my oven might be slightly off or something. I'm gonna have to look into that. But anyway, I'm gonna let these cool, and then after they are completely cooled, we will frost them. Right, so now the cookies are nice and cool, so we're going to make some icing to go on the cookies. So in the bowl, I already have 2 cups of powdered sugar. I'm going to be adding 4 tablespoons of, it's supposed to be half and half, so I put in almost half heavy cream and half whole milk, just because that's what I happen to have on hand. And then 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Okay, we're going to whisk this together. And as this is going to have an icing consistency, you do want it to be a little bit thin so that it can coat. Yeah, it's coming together pretty well. Yep, I think that's going to be just right. It's like a good icing that we have in here. Okay, it doesn't take very long at all. And then for each cookie, you're just going to take the cookie, you're going to dip it down into the icing so that it gets a chance to coat all over. And let it drip back off. Be careful. And then you'll set it on your wire rack. And then if you want sprinkles on it, go ahead and sprinkle it while it's wet. And there we are, a really pretty cookie. So I'll take a picture of my final product as soon as it is complete. All right, so I've finished icing and decorating. I left some of them plain because my kiddo does not like sprinkles. So I left those plain for him, but I think they're very pretty. I made some spring decorations, which are the same ones I used a couple episodes on the cake. Anyway, they look delicious. Hopefully they are. I will let you know in the blog. And thank you again for joining me for Cuisine de Michel. I hope you'll like and share and most importantly subscribe. Merci beaucoup. And we'll see you on the next episode. Au revoir.